Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is Donkey Kong 64. Last time we completed Frantic Factory, and with the whole Kong crew assembled, we're now going to do a little bit of backtracking to previous areas and use the new Kong's abilities to access golden bananas and other items that we couldn't otherwise get when we were there for the first time. It's not going to be very much backtracking. I think we're going to be spending most of the time in Jungle Japes since we need to get golden bananas with Tiny, Lanky, and Chunky. But Chunky Kong is the only one that we didn't have access to during our first trip to Angry Aztec. So our trip there should be relatively quick, outside of a couple of banana fairies, of course. Speaking of banana fairies, that is our fourth, and I kind of made a mistake a few episodes ago when I said that we get, when we unlock something new in the mystery menu with every 2 banana fairies that we get. We actually won't be unlocking our next available option in the mystery menu until we get our 6th banana fairy, which we'll be able to do when we return to Jungle Japes since there's 2 there. But before we visit either Jungle Japes or Angry Aztec, there are a few things that we now have access to here on in the main hub world. You know, such as golden bananas, blueprints for other golden bananas, and a few mini games that we have access to where we can win golden bananas. But there aren't too many, and we should be able to get to them fairly quickly. So we'll be in Jungle Japes by the end of this episode. Whether or not we finish up our business in Jungle Japes in this episode, probably not. We'll probably be spending as much time there as we did the first time around with Donkey and Diddy. But our next stop, of course, now that we have another key in hand, is to release another lock on Kremlings' cage, and then he's going to dance all happy, and let's see what he unlocks. Nothing? Nothing at all? Oh. Well, I guess he felt like he did enough when he unlocked 2 areas when we returned the other key. So yeah, no new area to explore this time around. In fact, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we could have simply waited to get the key from the next area before we headed back to Kremlings, but I just wanted to take care of it now as long as I was here. Anyway, as you saw, we did get a blueprint here in the hub world for Tiny Kong, and there is a Snides HQ. I pointed it out briefly earlier, although I didn't actually show it off. But it's up here, about halfway up Crocodile Isle, and we gotta swing over these vines to get it. We were over here on this platform earlier when I fired downward to hit a coconut switch with DK in order to get a golden banana. Here we are. There's Snides HQ right there, but I don't want to go in there quite yet. There's a few things that we have access to, namely a mini game with Diddy Kong. And it's another Batty Barrel Bandit slot machine, and this time it is much faster than it was before. So, I mean, I guess if you have the reflexes, you can just hit the button as soon as you see the banana popping up, but it might take you a few attempts this time around because what you want to concentrate on is the fruit that comes right before the banana, because you want to look out for that so you have time to react and hit the button when the banana comes around. So in the case of this slot machine, I'm focusing on grape, pineapple, grape, pineapple. So if you need to, you can just watch the slot spin for a little while, and when you think you got the pattern down, just go ahead and restart the minigame. Anyway, with that minigame completed, we now have Diddy's first golden banana for DK Isle. But that's not the only thing we have in here besides Snides HQ. I want to switch over to Chunky Kong. And he has an ability that I wasn't able to show off in Frantic Factory, and that's the ability to pick up giant rocks. He can lift a boulder with relative ease by approaching and pressing the B button. And here we have another K-Rool battle arena. This one's Bish Bash Brawl. Pretty much, yeah, it's just as easy as the one that we had before. There is a new enemy here, Crossbones, with a K. But they're fairly easy. As far as I know, any Kong can take them out with a single running attack, and they just literally fall to pieces. But it's the same strategy as last time. We have a Kasplat that appears, and oh god, yeah, that's what I didn't want to happen. To make life a little easier, we want to prevent them from creating those shockwaves, and in order to do that, we just need to keep running into them and doing a running attack in order to keep them on their butts. For some reason, I seem to be having a little trouble lately with doing these running attacks, so I end up just going into a regular punch. Come on, guys, get out. Yeah, oh god, yeah. And I'm having terrible luck, but whatever. The timer hit 0, we got our crown. Alright, now we can switch over to Tiny Kong and turn in that blueprint. Now, I'm only going to turn in this one blueprint here at Snide's HQ out on DK Isle. We will be getting blueprints for other Kongs for DK Isle, but we don't necessarily have to turn them back here to Snide. If we get a blueprint here on DK Isle, we can simply carry it with us to the next area of the game, and we can collect the blueprint there and hold on to 2 of them, and then when we actually go to Snide in that area, we'll be able to turn in both of them at the same time and get 2 bananas for that Kong. And that's 62 bananas. Wow, we're over double what we need for the next area. What is our fruit roll-up looking like? Not bad. Okay, well, we're done here. Don't expect us to come back ever again because we can just turn in our blueprint somewhere else. Actually, we'll probably be back at least one more time towards the end of the game because at that point we'll have no other stages to go into, or at least no other reason to go into the other stages. Okay, now I want to switch to Chunky Kong because he has a golden banana that we have access to through this number 3 teleporter. And I'm pretty sure it's over in this direction. Yep, there's his pineapple switch. We'll just go ahead and fire to that. And there's our 63rd golden banana. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point we're always going to perpetually have more than double the required amount of golden bananas to enter each new area because, well, I guess there's 201 golden bananas in the game, and in order to enter the final area, you only need 100, so there you go. I mean, more than double what we need to even enter the final area. And that's pretty much all we can do here. There's some more stuff that we can do up top, but I'll wait until we head towards Angry Aztec right now. Jungle Japes, and, you know, I'm going the wrong way. I'm stupid. There it is. It blended in so well. Okay, before heading inside, there's another boulder right here that we can lift up with Chunky, and that looks like a trombone, so let's find the tag barrel. There it is, and we'll switch over to Lanky Kong real quick. And this is convenient because I planned on starting our next trip to Jungle Japes with Lanky Kong anyway, so let's go ahead and play his trombone right here, while Naughties faintly accompany him with their squeaks in the background. And we get a golden banana as a reward. Kind of makes you wonder why Squawks is holding on to those things if it's the Kremlings that stole them. Well, I don't know, maybe Squawks found it and is returning it to us. That sounds like a decent enough excuse. Okay, here we are back in Jungle Japes. So we're gonna go after the golden bananas here for 3 more Kongs. First one pretty close. You might remember as we went through this tunnel the first time, there was a cave that we unlocked with Diddy Kong by shooting these peanut switches, and there was 2 cages here with other switches for weapons that we previously didn't have, being the grape shooter and the feather bow. We'll be using the grape shooter right here to unlock this one for Lanky. And let's see what kind of bonus stage we get. And here we have Mad Maze Mall. Pretty self-explanatory. Destroy all the baddies, then head for the checkered flag. It's just like that stealth one that we played earlier, that one where we're collecting the coins. We're going through a maze, except this time the goal is to defeat everyone before hitting the goal. This one, being the first of its variety, is going to be very, very easy because all we have to deal here with is critters. Later on, they'll add tougher enemies like Kasplats, and the enemies will also get really wily and try to run away from you, which means you have to chase them down, and that wastes a lot of time. This one, not so bad, but then again, it's also in the first area of the game, so I guess the difficulty would balance itself out. What? It bananaed late. I mean, I've heard of people bananaing a little early, but never late. So we're pretty much done here in this tunnel area with Lanky Kong. Let's head into the main area. And if memory serves, Lanky has some collectibles down here in the water, like some blue bananas. And they're hard to see because of seaweed and poor draw distance, but there you go. He has some blue coins right there. And come on, camera turn. There we go, and I think he has some more on the other side over here. Alright, and to get into the area with his next golden banana, we need the help of Diddy Kong. So let's head up to the tag barrel and switch over to Diddy real quick. And you probably saw this during our first trip here and were wondering why I wasn't doing anything with it. Well, it's because there's a steep hill right there. We could have opened this door, but because of the steep hill and lack of Lanky's Orangutan, we couldn't have done anything with it. So now we're doing something with it. Alright, that's all the action Diddy's gonna see here in Jungle Japes. Let's go ahead and head back to the tag barrel. Can I make this jump? MLG. 360 no scope. That's what the kids say when they're good at the video games, right? What with the YOLOs and such. You know, not for nothing, I don't play Call of Duty, but I've seen a few videos, and some of the pros there, they do some pretty impressive stuff. Anyway, let's head up this hill. It's a little hard to see, but there's one of those decayed patches here, so let's go ahead and use our special move to unlock another special coin for us. And as we head inside, we want to immediately turn around when we get up here. Well, we're being interrupted by squawks. Yes, I would have never noticed had you not pointed it out. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have. Anyway, yeah, there's a balloon right there, and we have some coins and bananas on these pegs, and like Squawk said, we just want to do a simian slam down on top of them to push them in. And once again, there's no drop shadows, so you just have to hope that you are in the right position. Anyway, a bunch of zingers appear. I'm gonna just play my instrument and take them out the easy way, because I don't feel like sniping them all out. Because in actuality, I'm in fact not MLG. At least not with shooters. I mean, there's a reason that I played Deus Ex and choose to play similar games with a stealthy, non-lethal approach, because if I'd have gone in and played it like it's a first-person shooter, I'd have gotten my ass handed to me because I'm not good at that. I'm still struggling to play the BioShock games on the highest difficulty. And I could have sworn I got that. I mean, you see what I mean? I can't even shoot with a camera. Okay, she's gonna hide around that corner there, isn't she? Alright, I better move. Let's see if I can get her from here. Hold still. Hold still. Did I get it? Oh, come on. That was totally green. This better be it. There we go. Alright, so that's 5 banana fairies right there. One more, and we unlock a new option in the mystery menu. And we are all done here. And now I want to head into the cave area towards the back, and we're making pretty good time here, actually. I might be able to finish off Lanky Kong in this episode alone. I mean, Jungle Japes is a pretty small area, as to be expected of the first area. You know, the funny thing about Jungle Japes, and I probably mentioned this in a previous episode, so forgive me if I have, I remember reading it. In fact, I probably still have it laying around somewhere. The original Nintendo Power Strategy Guide for Donkey Kong Country. There's actually a screenshot of the map to the first world in that guide, and it shows them on what is supposed to be the jungle hijinks stage while standing on the map, but if you look up at the top, the caption actually says Jungle Japes, so I think that might have been an early beta version of Donkey Kong Country in which they were originally going to name it Jungle Japes, but they decided to change the name. I don't know why. Anyway, we got a new bonus area here, Speedy Swing Sortie, and it's pretty much just a straight-up platforming challenge. We just need to swing along these ropes with Lanky Kong capturing all of these coins, and it's pretty easy because it's one of the rare occasions in which the camera works with us. Just keep swinging. You don't have to point or aim the camera or anything. Just, you know, as soon as he's at the apex of his swing, just jump, and he'll jump right into the other coin, and it's a pretty easy banana to get. I also like the bonus area because, you know, it's a bonus area where you actually play as the Kong you went in with, and it sticks with the motif of the actual stage. You know, it's just swinging from vine to vine in the jungle area. A lot of the bonus areas in this game seem very disconnected from the actual world, and they just, like, warp you to a completely different place. Sometimes they'll have you play as a different character, like how Beaver Bother has you playing as a Claptrap for some reason. Anyway, if we head back here towards Cranky's lab, there's a few blue bananas that we can get with Lanky, plus he does have a switch here which will trigger another golden banana to unlock, just like with the other Kongs. It's a timed event. And don't actually worry about going into Cranky's lab or Funky's shop for that matter. When we go into the older areas with newer Kongs, none of the Kong family has any kind of power-ups or upgrades for them. Nobody will be getting anything new until the next area, and even then, if memory serves me correctly, the only one in the next area who has anything for them will be Candy Kong. And even the game itself is banana over the mere mention of Candy Kong. Anyway, we have, okay, Stupid Beaver, we had 60 seconds to get to the top of the mountain to reach Lanky's golden banana, but it's still pretty easy. Just take the number 4 teleporter pad to the number 2 teleporter pad, and come on, work with me. For some reason, I was forgetting how to swim. Up for down and down for up, just like in an airplane. And a neat little trick to jump down there without taking fall damage is as soon as we get towards the edge, just hold the Z button to slide off, and you can fall from pretty high places without taking any fall damage. I guess it's just, I don't think that was intended to be it. It was something that you can do. I think that was just an oversight on the part of the programmers. They had many in this game. That was simply one of the oversights that work in the favor of the person playing. But that was Lanky's last golden banana before we turn in the blueprints. I just have a few collectibles here and some bananas up in the tree to finish them off. Then we'll switch over to Tiny Kong. But that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.